Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Cars That Diecast 4 channel. I want to thank you for watching, and in this edition we're going to be entering episode 2 of the Just for Fun series. This is a series where we just crack open wax boxes, where we're not expecting anything at all. We're just doing this just for giggles pretty much. And if there's anything big out of it, hey, you know, at least I could tell you something what you could get if you decided to purchase one of these things. And what I decided to do is go ahead and buy a blaster box of WWE Heritage 2016, and then I also, this is very interesting, the Decision 2016. I saw this and I was like, man, I wish there was 3 boxes, because I would have bought 3 of them to see what we can do, because there is the possibility of getting a cut signature from Hillary or Donald, or there could be autographs from the politicians. But nonetheless, though, let's go ahead and set this aside for last. Let's go ahead and crack this WWE box open, because it's been quite a while since I've watched it. I watched it as a kid, but of course you know, you start getting into girls and everything else, and so you kind of leave the storybook wrestling behind. Although I will say the product is probably at one of the worst levels you could possibly have it be at this point. It doesn't resemble anything that even I watched, and I was watching during the Attitude Era, so you could even argue that what I was watching rather, was not even reflective of wrestling. Well, if that wasn't reflective of wrestling, this sure as hell isn't now either. So he comes with 1 relic card bonus, and then it comes with, I believe, 7 packages, or 7 packs. So let's just go ahead and tear one down and see what we can get here. And it doesn't look like we got anything special here, but we got Xavier Wood, and this is what the backs of the cards look like. And then there's Sin Cara. Nothing too big there. Neville, and really hard. I don't even know half of these guys here. So Chris Jericho, of course, I know him. I always considered the best part of his career was when he was actually in WCW as Lionheart, Chris Jericho. A picture of Big E, Naomi. Then we have the Giant from back in his WCW days. And then we have Harlem Heat, Record Breaker. And then we have the picture of the Bret the Hitman Hart, whose love-hate relationship has been well documented with the WWE. Alright, we'll go ahead and go to the next pack. No big hits, doesn't look like anything here. We got the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. We got Eve. If I'm going too fast, remember you could pull or pause the video, because we just want to go through this real quick. We're just doing this just for fun, not really looking for any particular big hit. Sasha Banks, Erwin R. Shyster, IRS, Jerry Saggs from the WCW days, Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and then Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Alright, next pack. Rikishi. And then we got Tatanka. And then we have Bubba Ray Dudley, who I think just left the WWE. Goldust. I loved him back when he was really starting off. He was really controversial when he first started. Roman Reigns, who was like the new John Cena that they're trying to shove down everybody's face. As a baby face, it ain't working. Dean Malenko. And then we'll hold on to that. Ric Flair. Earnhardt Tatanka. And then I have this card here, which is the Rock Tribute. I was expecting some sort of autograph or something like that. Next pack. Becky Lynch. Apollo Crews. And here's a Samoa Joe card. Need to move him up to the main event deal, or else he's getting pretty old there. He'll always be known as a TNA guy, though. Macho Man. Shawn Michaels. The British Bulldog from when he was in WCW. The Ascension. Had to look at that for a second. And then Jake the Snake Roberts, I believe. Yep. Next pack. X-Pac. Angelo Dawkins. Natalia. The only Natalia is the Natalia from GoldenEye. Lana, who I think there's a video out there like she's supposed to play some sort of a Russian, yet they have a video made by the WWE where she's not talking in Russian. Kind of like, you know, breaks kayfabe there. It's really sad. Kevin Nash. British Bulldog. And then Shawn Michaels. Next pack. Dean Ambrose. Braun Strowman. John Cena. Kane. Sting. I like to call him Stink. Don't ask why. Brian Knobbs. Another Rock tribute card. Paige. And then Andre the Giant. And here's our last pack. Let's see if there's anything in here. Nope, there is not. So here we go. Charlotte. Aiden English. Simon Gotch. Or Gooch. Diamond Dallas Page. Lex Luger. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Chris Jericho. This is where I remember Chris Jericho the best from. His Lionheart days. Eve Torres. And then the Big Boss Man. Rest in peace there, my friend. And then finally, our bonus relic card. And it does feel pretty thick. I'm trying to see here. A little bit of a hump here, so it's probably some sort of a... I'll let you guys see it before I see it. Is it any good? Well, I'm here. I'm not even looking at this card, so it may not even be in view of the camera. I'm trying to see if you guys actually, you guys get to see the surprise. Okay, here's the front. It's a pretty big patch, and I'm not looking at it just yet. You guys are the ones looking at it before I do. Okay. Now let's see here. What is this? All right, here's the Now I'm looking at it. Here's the Brock Lesnar tribute card. And what does it say there? Defeats John Cena for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So he gets both belts. Big deal. And the patch is from WCW, and it's Sting, and it's just a commemorative patch. So it's not even a real. It's not even like a real patch, like event worn. And this is number 127 of 299. So they are numbered. So it's just a commemorative patch, and that's all that it is. All right, that's the, like I said, I'm not too sad, I'm not too mad, I'm not too anything. This was what I was expecting. It's retail, so you're never going to get anything really good. Rarely do you get something real good, but, you know, it is what it is. Alrighty, guys, this is what I like here. This is what I'm wanting here. This is the Decision 2016 box, and what we're going to be trying to find here, obviously, some sort of it would be awesome if we had a cut signature in here, which is possible to get. But as you can see right there, there's two cut signatures right there. However, it's unlikely because, once again, this isn't a hobby box. This is retail. But who knows? So let's go ahead and crack this sucker open, see what we can get. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and see what we can get here. Hopefully we'll get something big. We want to get something really nice, something really big. We'll zoom this out a little bit more, and let's see what we can get. This is what the packs look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's just go ahead and pick out our first pack here, and let's just tear away. Alright, Tom Kane. This is the vice presidential running mate for Hillary Clinton. And then we have Libby Pataki. I believe that's the wife of George Pataki. Ben Carson, who was running as a Republican. The pediatric surgeon, I think, is who he was. Harry Reid, who is one of the top Democrats in the Senate. Nancy Pelosi, one of the top Democrats in the House. And then Heidi Cruz, who was accused of having mental issues and things like that during the campaign. And so that is the first pack. The second pack here, what does it have? All right, we have Decision, hold on, it's Mike Huckabee. Mike Huckabee, governor of Arkansas. And then we have George P. Bush. Nobody wants any more Bushes in office. I don't even think Republicans want him. Rick Santorum, who ran as a Republican. Tom Cotton, I guess is a future star here, I guess. Rick Santorum. Or not Rick Santorum. This is a... Hold on. We got... This is an error card here. This is actually Rick Perry. Yeah, this is Rick Perry, but on the front it says Rick Santorum. You can see right there it says Rick Santorum, but that's actually Rick Perry. Because then when we flip on the back, it says Rick Perry right there. So that's an error card right there. Very nice. Because I was about to say, I just said Rick Santorum. And then here's a portrait of John Kasich, Ohio governor, current Ohio governor. And based on some polling from earlier this year, had he been the candidate for the Republicans, he would have had a very good shot at defeating Hillary Clinton. Right now, it wouldn't be as much of a yo-yo deal, but of course, who knows? You never know until it's you're head on into the deal. All right, then we got Donald Trump. Of course, he's the candidate for the Republican Party for the presidential ticket. And then we have another Donald Trump campaign. Looks like a picture from the debates. Obama, when he was crying about gun control and everything else. fake, purely fake, purely fake. Bernie Sanders. Of course, he was one of the finalists for the Democratic nomination. Jeb Bush, who was just made into an absolute mockery of him. He's completely destroyed the Bush deal. And Jill Stein, who is the presidential nominee for the Green Party. Next pack. Michelle Obama, First Lady of the United States right now. Frank Fiorina, the husband of forgot her name, but she's a Fiorina. For Kathy Fiorina? No, I forgot. I already forgot the deal. A debate moment. Cory Booker. Carly Fiorina. There we go. That's her name. Donald Trump. And then Mike Pence, who is the running mate of Donald Trump. And then here we have another debate moments card. Then we have Hillary Clinton, who at this point right now is having to deal with pneumonia, as they call it. Of course, that's debatable as to whether that's the truth or not. Here's another campaign card. Paul Ryan, who is the top Republican in the Congress. Ben Carson. And then Rand Paul, Senator of Kentucky. Well, there'll be 12 packs. You know, we think that there might be something in here. We don't know. All the packs feel the same, so I don't think we're going to be getting anything else. Devil Patrick. And who is he? I don't even know who he is. Governor of Massachusetts. Kelly Paul, Rand Paul's wife, I presume. Joe Biden, current Vice President of the United States. And then Nikki Haley, I think that's her right there. Governor of South Carolina, yeah. She took down the Confederate flag, as if that solves anything. Bernie Sanders' wife. And is that pack there. George Pataki, former governor of New York. He's a liberal in a Republican suit. That's all he is. He's a liberal who doesn't want his taxes taken out. Martin O'Malley, who is the forgotten third candidate of the Democrats. Scott Walker, governor of Wisconsin, who survived a recall. Rick Santorum, an evangelical senator, I believe. He influences, God influences a lot of the stuff that he does, supposedly. And then Ivanka Trump, daughter of Donald Trump. Next pack. Debate moment with Sanders and Bernie. Debate moment card again. God. Debate moment again. Damn it. All these cards, they're not the same. I hate that. Kevin McCarthy, I believe he at one point was considering being I don't mean I got him wrong. I thought he was going to be one of the top candidates for vice president for Trump, but I think he might actually be a Democrat. I'm not too sure. And then another campaign card with Hillary on it. Getting a little bored with this deal. Kind of want to see something big. Come on, let's see what can we do? What can we do? At least a Trump under fire card. Mary Pat Christie. That's Governor Christie of New Jersey's wife. Another one of these dumb debate cards. John Kasich. Janet Huckabee, wife of Governor Huckabee. Marco Rubio, who at one point was like the top guy, and then he lost even in his home state of Florida. And then this woman here, it was revealed through WikiLeaks that she was coordinating to make sure that Hillary Clinton was the Democratic nominee and not Bernie Sanders. And once the Democratic convention came down, she opened the events, and then she stepped down as chair of the Democratic committee, or Democratic National Convention, or whatever the hell, or party, whatever the hell it is. Wow, really? Oh, that's a daughter. I was about to say that's a wife. Man, she's pretty young. That's the daughter of John Kasich. Debate moment card again. If you've seen it enough. Jim Webb, who I think wanted to be a Democrat nominee, but he didn't make it. Sarah Palin, of course, we all know who she is. Joaquin Castro, who if Hillary doesn't win, he may be one of the front runners in 2020. Jim Gilmore. All right, the next pack is John Kerry, who is the current Secretary of State. Ran for president in 2004. Reince Priebus, who's the head of the RNC, the National Republican National Chair. Jillian Castro, who was the Democrat once again. Sarah Palin, portrait of Sarah Palin. I wish that was an autograph. I wish I got something out of this. Troy Gowdy, who grilled Hillary a lot during those Benghazi hearings when she went before the meeting, or before the committee in the Congress. And here's the last pack. Is there anything in here that could salvage this box? And it does not look like it. It does not look like it. Oh, well, at least we got one of those Donald Trump under fire cards. Kristen Gillibrand, who? Don't know. John McAfee. Oh, he's running or he did try to win the Libertarian nominee, but he lost. That's going to Gary Johnson. Al Franken, he is the Minnesota senator, former comedian on Saturday Night Live. Michael Bennett, I'm not sure who he is. Lindsey Graham, who had his cell phone number released by Donald Trump during a campaign event. And then two more cards here. No, it's not. It is now the Trump under fire. Trump mocks Carly's face. Because Carly Fiorina, she was a businesswoman and whatnot, but she may be hurting in the facial department, depending on who you ask. So, like I said, this isn't something I'm going to be wanting to buy another box of, unless I get it for free or something like that. But really, this is just once again a just for fun series. And this is pretty much what you get. You get a bunch of base cards with the deal here, and then there's a couple portrait cards, which I guess are the inserts, and then you randomly get a Trump under fire. It is possible to get some autographs from certain politicians here, but it does not look like we hit the deal here, unfortunately. So let's see. That's the one there. Were there any more? Alright guys, that's pretty much all the big hits, I guess, if you will. There's 3 portrait cards, or 2 portrait cards, and then 1 Trump under fire. So that will do it for this episode of the Cars to Diecast 4 channel in the Just for Fun series. I hope you enjoyed this deal. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. Please like and subscribe.